Hello, everybody. Welcome to Build Fly Go. So, this was a weekend trip that we did last weekend to Washington Island, sort of on the north coast of Wisconsin. If you take a look at a map, Wisconsin has sort of this peninsula, this like slip of land that jots out that's called that's Door County. And off of the end of that slip of land, there's a little island with a beautiful grass strip with two runways on it, some bikes, a loaner car, a real bathroom, and yeah, and it's gorgeous. There's not much going on the island as you expect. It's a quiet little spot, but it's looked like a really nice place for us to head out and camp for a day this past weekend. Pretty uneventful flight up. We have a massive tailwind. I think we're picking up 30 knots on the tailwind. It's usually about an hour and 15, hour and a half flight, and we did it in I think just under an hour. So really fast. There's Oshkosh off the left wing. You can see Appleton coming up off the left wing, and then we're coming up on Green Bay, and we're like a minute into the video. Right? Um, it was really fast. It was nice for us to get out. We haven't done a trip in the nine in a while. It feels it's been a while. So we really wanted to get out, and here's Green Bay right there, and we wanted to try out the new tent. I got a new tent for the plane. The previous tent I have is great. It was an REI. I think it's coming up on 20 years, a 20-year-old REI tent that we've had that we have used forever. I take it to AirVenture every year, and it's great. It's just a little big. It's a three-person tent. And a lot of, yeah, there's my speed, 176 knots. I got a 30 knot tailwind component. And it's a little big and heavy, and I wanted to try something smaller for trips where it's either just myself or myself and Mary. So I got this Nemo tent. It's a little Nemo two-person tent. It packs down to maybe a third the size of my previous tent, and it weighs less than half. Mostly it was the size that I was concerned about. I wanted something a little smaller to fit in the back. So we wanted to try that out and see how that went. Bonus points that the new Nemo tent is the accent color for the RV-10, that lime green. But here we are. We're coming to the end of Door County and sort of the slip of land, and there are a couple of islands. I believe one of those is Rock Island, and there's another one, and here is Washington Island. We talked to center all the way there. This was just VFR, nothing fancy, just flight following. There's the airport off the left wing with the true crossing runways, and we're just entering the pattern to land at the airport. It's just nice and smooth, a little bit of a downhill. So we floated it a little bit, but otherwise, very, very nice. Very nice. So we just taxied up to next to this Seneca. Pro tip for this airport: there are tie downs in the grass, and they are big, sort of dips, right? Like you see the yellow there. So I always have someone jump out and like help me around. A couple of pictures. We did find this great little bar sort of just at the corner of the airport. Of course, we are not flying today, so we were okay to have a beer. Live music. It was phenomenal. Scroll back and take a peek at those pictures. Next morning was VFR here, but we filed IFR because we wanted to just grab fuel just across the bay there. Just 10-minute flight across the bay. We want to get fuel, and it was IFR south of us and a little rainy. This is spring in Wisconsin. Camera conked out on me, unfortunately, but we did manage to get the end of the landing there. I believe this was. I don't think it was a Kanto. I don't think we went that far. Just stop for fuel. Close our instrument flight plan. I had some trouble reaching them on the ground. I tried on the phone, whatnots, and eventually I managed to get them on the radio. Uh, little airport person came by, say hello, look at the plane, kind of thing. Always fun to talk airplanes with the locals. Hinted to us that fuel was much cheaper just south of us. But here we go, just heading out. It's still overcast, around 4,000, 3,000 along the way. It turns to broken and then to few on our way. So we're staying a little lower than usual. We didn't want to climb through this because it was sort of a boring flight, right? Like it's pretty Wisconsin countryside all the way there. So I want to say we're at 2,500, 3,000, right? Like definitely sufficiently above the ground. I don't usually do this because I like having, glide range. But it was a beautiful day, like I just wanted to have a look. Um, yeah, it was just a beautiful return trip from our fuel stop. The clouds broke up, and eventually we got sort of bored on the ground. Decided to make the best of some of the winds up top, and climbed above the clouds to get into Madison. And as usual, got home safe and sound. The tent was excellent, a little cozy for two people. You better like the person that you're camping with. But I think it's going to be phenomenal for myself for upcoming trips like Pettigene and some of the others where it's just usually just me in the plane. I am sourcing a smaller sleeping bag. You've probably seen me pull sleeping bags out of this airplane. They're like 18 inches in diameter and they don't compact much at all. So I am looking forward to upcoming sales at the local camp store to go pick up a new sleeping bag that's hopefully going to be much, much smaller. So here we are getting home. Thanks as usual for watching. We will see you all soon.